Oh shit, it's recording. What the fuck?
I'd like to say that I remember more about what happened on the 11th of May, 2013, but I don't. I don't have a single clue about what time I woke up, what I had for breakfast, or what the weather was like. When considering the life I had experienced up to that point, and the life I was yet to live, that day was a fairly innocuous speck in the grand scheme of everything. But the reason I'm sitting here talking about it is because on that day, exactly 13 years ago, I decided to become a YouTuber. For years as a kid, I was obsessed with pretending to be one, recording imaginary videos on my dad's computer on Photo Booth and iMovie, just for fun, usually deleting them immediately afterwards and showing them to no one. But on that day, with help and permission from my dad, we set up a channel, this channel, SmileSid8, fully intending to post on it regularly. Through the horrendous built-in recording function in YouTube Studio, I uploaded 3 videos to my page that day, 2 of which are still available for you to watch. My first upload was a channel trailer of sorts, where I stated the super realistic and grounded goal of reaching 1 million subscribers, and also listed some popular YouTubers at the time as inspirations that I definitely do not condone as an adult. The second and only unlisted of the 3 was an 8-minute 23-second recording of me having a discussion with Evie, an AI chatbot from Cleverbot that became extremely popular on YouTube during the early 2010s.
Hi, welcome back to...
The final upload of the day was me showing off my older sister's cat, Sleepy. This YouTube channel, for the last 13 years, has been an immortalized, sometimes embarrassing archive of that random Saturday. I've made a handful of attempts over the years to log in and delete the videos, but I had remained unsuccessful for the most part. To my surprise and by complete and utter coincidence, last night at around 8 PM, I finally regained access to SmileSid8. The day after, today, the day I'm writing, recording, editing, and uploading this video, is the 11th of May, 2026, the exact date of the channel's creation. Having a single day to start and finish this video, using equipment that I've never even practiced with, in perhaps one of the busiest academic periods of my life, is a mildly difficult task, so unfortunately this video will not have the same level of measured sophistication that I want from all my future uploads. However, at the same time, I think it's fitting that today of all days, I'm finding myself once again crudely scrambling to express my hopes and my dreams for this channel, just like how I did 13 years ago. Throughout my life, the videos posted here were nothing more than a humiliating secret. In high school, every time I remembered they existed, I grew nauseous at the idea of anybody getting a hold of them, mortified at the potential ridicule I might be facing. Thus, I attempted multiple times throughout the years to delete the channel, but by then I had long forgotten the email and password, and otherwise couldn't prove that it was mine, so the videos stayed. But by the end of high school, the memory of SmileSid8 sat out of sight in the further recesses of my mind. Over a year ago, at the start of my second year of university, I created and planned to upload to a brand new YouTube channel. So, in April of 2025, I bought a camera and a microphone, and between assignments I planned it all out. I had ideas for funny sketches, formal video essays, and even some short films. But as life would have it, this didn't work out. 2025 was, without a moment of doubt, the worst year of my life, for reasons irrelevant today, but to surmise, everything in my life, my hobbies, aspirations, goals, relationships, and academic career, suddenly ceased to exist. The channel I had made sat there for over a year as a distant memory of my ambition. Days turned to weeks, to months, and eventually December rolled around, which became an intense time of reflection for me. Faced with the new beginning, I looked for ways to return to zero, desperate not to waste the next year, or any other year again. At that point, the idea of YouTube returned to me, more appealing than ever. Thus, I made a personal goal of uploading 10 good quality YouTube videos to the channel I had made earlier in the year. However, in the past 5 months, as I wrote various scripts and thought about what I wanted to do, I couldn't help but think about this channel. Wouldn't it be cool, I thought, to upload the kind of videos I wanted to make now, but on my channel from when I was 8 years old? The date of my new channel's creation, in my eyes, had become a reminder of waste, of time, of attention, of life. Conversely, this account reminded me more of the life that I had lived, the one that I had forgotten all about and yet remembered so deeply. So, with my unanticipated ability to use this channel a day before its anniversary, it seemed only natural that I would have this one as my main one instead. Also, I just wasn't really embarrassed by it anymore. My 8-year-old inexplicably British accent became, in my eyes, funny and cute, rather than an unnecessarily dark secret that was going to get me bullied relentlessly or fired from my job. And really, as much as I would like to use the channel I made last year, I can't help but think about Smile Sid 8. Sitting here today, I'm noticing how similar my motives behind YouTube in my adult life are to the making of this channel over a decade ago. The desire to be creative and to find ways to talk about my interests in any way I can has stuck with me my whole life. And today, when political structures and tech corporations more than ever before spend every moment trying to make the world complacent and dull, me working towards my self-actualization has become my way of rejecting that reality. So, to simplify everything, I'm using this as my main channel from today because I want that day, May 11, 2013, to be a tangible part of my history. It was my first small step to putting myself out there, and it's a moment in my life that I can now say that I'm thankful for. Going forward, I want this to be a place where I can express myself freely and in my own time. I don't want to play the algorithm game, to compromise my enjoyment in any way or upload just for the sake of it. I want to actually have something to say, so I'm not going to set a hard schedule for myself, meaning my activity here will be quite inconsistent. However, I do fully intend on sticking with having 10 good quality uploads by the end of the year. I plan for these to mostly be video essays and discussions of my favourite media, but I'm not limiting myself to anything at the moment, so expect some different stuff in the future. If you've made it this far into me waffling, thank you for your time and for your interest. I hope that I'm able to live up to my own expectations and that I'm able to live up to yours as well. Finally, to quote myself, so yeah, if you want to watch my videos, just search up Smile Sid 8. SMILESID 8.
The number 8. So yeah.
Bye.